What up, though? It's your boy. Go and see Spaceship Oasis the Incredible. We back for another edition of Straight Talk with Spaceship. And this is a very special edition, man. This is edition number 25, man. I've done 25 of these shows. You know what I'm saying? You're watching this exclusively on YouTube. If you were hoping to watch this on Facebook or Twitch or anything else, all that's over. You got to watch this exclusively on YouTube. So shout out to all our subs. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button where we come to you Straight Talk with Spaceship. And we just talk about everything that I feel like talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different. It's a little different when you're not, on Facebook Live or Instagram Live or anything live because, people be commenting and reacting. And sometimes you get off kilt of what you want to say and what you want to think. And so for me, I try to make sure that I stay focused on my topic. Try to make sure I stay focused on my topic. I don't want to lose the thoughts that I have for my show. So we in the building. And as you see by the title, today's show is called Guilty Till Proven Innocent. And we got two different instances that I want to discuss today overall. But I want to discuss this premise of society and the norms that we have now in this world, to where, in the judicial system, I feel like I was on Law and Order right there and shit. In the judicial system, it always has this thing where it says you're supposed to be innocent till proven guilty. Prove that I've done it. And I'm gonna tell you what happened first. I'm gonna tell you what happened when I get to it. But now lately, it seems like in our culture, in our life, and the things that we're doing in society, you don't have to be innocent. You don't have to be proven to do these things. If people decide that you're guilty, then you're guilty, right? It don't fucking matter. It does not matter if you did it or not. All that matters is that people think you did it. And what this came up to, of course, we're going to talk about Sha'Carri Richardson and her dirty drug test. But first, I want to talk about Bill Cosby, right? And I know there's a lot of controversy over Bill Cosby. I wanted to try to have a female on the show today, but unfortunately, our time's been set up. So, Tyra Talks, we're going to get you on here very soon so that we can discuss some things and talk about things. But I am looking for, right now, I'm looking for a female co-host. J-Rock is busy a lot of times. J-Rock has a lot of things to do. And we're trying to expand the radio station. So if you do want to be part of Straight Talk with Spaceship, please send an email to thewildoutradio@gmail.com. Let me know, because you're going to have to be committed. You're going to have to be committed to this. You're going to have to want to do this. You can't, I want to do it today. I want to do it tomorrow. I would like to have a counterpart. I love bouncing ideas off people. I love bouncing thoughts off people. So I definitely want a female co-host that can really talk to me and talk to our audience and show a different side of things. Because I know sometimes when I say things, it's very easy for people in the audience to think that what I'm saying is religious. And I know I'm learning. I'm learning as I go as well. But going back to Bill Cosby. Recently, Bill Cosby was released from prison during the appeal court. And I know that there's a lot of people that are judging the situation. There's a lot of people that thinks that he is guilty. And the reason I say thinks he is guilty is because all these women came with these allegations, right? All these women had all these allegations about what he's done, how he sexually assaulted them. And I don't want to sit here and act like I am for sexual assault. I don't want to sit here and make you think that I'm like, oh, it's okay to rape women. I am not. That is not what I'm talking about. But I watched a show on YouTube. I watched a little segment on YouTube with Judge Joe Brown. I watched a couple of them with Judge Joe Brown. He is a funny character, people. He is hilarious. I don't know why he's so hilarious. I don't know if he was that hilarious when he was actually like on TV. I don't watch a lot of court shows, People Court, Judge Joe Brown, Judge Mathis. What was the white woman's name? I forgot all of them. I don't watch a lot of them. Right? But you know, he made a good point. You have to prove that he did it. These women cannot prove that he sexually assaulted. Can they prove that he gave them drugs? Yes, he admitted it. I gave him drugs. We got to remember now, this was in the 70s. And I see a lot of people saying this, a lot of people talking about this, but this was in the 70s when drugs, Quaaludes, perks, shrooms, acid, all this was prevalent. So to say, oh, this man gave me drugs, let's be real. How many of us have given people drugs and had sex with them? And they're like, oh, it's so many. That's Bill Cosby. Do you know how much sex Bill Cosby has had? But he was married. His wife's sticking with him. That's not your issue. You're not the morale police. We try to be the morale police so much when it comes to celebrities, as if they're not human, as if this man was not one of the most famous black men in the world at the time. And what this came up to, of course, right? We talk about Sha'Carri Richardson. Hold on, my bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. I don't deny that he didn't give them drugs. I don't deny that. I don't deny that he had sex with these women. But assault, sexual assault, that's a whole different ball game. That's a whole different energy. So when we sit there and excuse me, when we sit there and we try to act like, oh, this man drugged these women and had sex with them, there is a possibility that these women wanted to have sex with him. That is a possibility. Then we sit back and we think, oh, he was about to he was about to buy NBC. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's crazy how once he was getting ready to buy ABC or NBC, all these accusations came out. Oh, there was one woman. Then there was one woman. And we've heard so many counteractive stories. Oh, I know my story sounds like hers. Yeah. 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 Do you know why? Do you know why? Because we made that decision. We made that decision to believe what society tells us to believe. We've made that decision to allow others to coerce our thoughts about a situation. There was no due process. There was no DNA. And what Judge Joe Brown talked about as well was, this makes it hard. Hold on, y'all. This makes it hard for women who have actually been caught or part of sexual assault. Right? This makes it hard for women who have actually been victims of sexual assault. Because we lie about the truth. We blur the lines between fact and fiction. And then the women who actually have dealt with that, it's like, matter of fact, it was funny, right? I was tutoring today, and we were reading the story of the shepherd and the wolf. Pretty much the boy who cried wolf, right? And his boy kept saying, wolf, 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 and all the villagers would come, right? And then when the wolves finally came and he screamed, wolf, 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 nobody came to rescue the sheep because they were like, you lie so much. And that's what happens in society. We don't even think about the ramifications of this because we think, oh, you can keep doing this and it's okay. You can keep saying this and it's okay. But if we are allowing people to continue to lie on folks, to embellish the truth, if we continue to allow people to fabricate their actions, it is so hard to believe people when it actually happens. We're humans. We're humans. It's episode 25, Straight We Talk with Spaceship. This is called Guilty Till Proven Innocent. We have to be careful not to make people guilty before we listen to the facts, before we see the facts, before we rationalize the facts, before the court of law. And once again, Judge Joe Brown, I'll tell you, I watched like 3 or 4 of his podcasts, so I got a lot of nuggets, which made me, it inspired me to do this podcast. And like I said, I didn't want a female because I know females are like, but still there. That's great. I want to hear your side. But understand this. He was not guilty in the court of law. The guy who was interviewing him, which I think he was such a butthole. I really did not like his conversation. Like, he was really trying to ask these questions. Well, what do you think about public opinion? He's guilty, right? And Judge Joe Brown was like, he wasn't found guilty in the court of law. And the guy, a young black man said, well, what about George Zimmerman? George Zimmerman was found innocent. So should we not think that he did it? George Zimmerman actually killed this young boy, fool. Regardless of what you want to say, and if he was found innocent of murder, he still killed this young boy. Bill Cosby was never proven to do anything except probably give them drugs. Which, I can pass somebody a pill or a blunt or a drink. That's giving people drugs. If I'm smoking a blunt and I say, here, hit this, I'm passing somebody drugs. And I don't think Bill Cosby sat back and wrote a ledger of, okay, I gave her Percocets. Oh, okay, I gave her acid. Oh, okay, I gave her shrooms. Oh, I gave her a Quaalude. No, nigga, you went to my room. You went back to my hotel room. Did you not know what's going on? Did you not have an idea of what was happening? But yet, in the eyes of so many people, even after he was released from prison, there's outrage. They're upset. I get that. I get the outrage. I get the upsetness. I have a daughter. If he was proven guilty. But I also teach my daughter, don't you go in no room with no crazy ass celebrity, bro. You think, let me tell you something. I've been in those celebrity parties. You ever been to parties where there's just drugs laying around and there's an open bar, not a cash bar, not a 2-drink minimum. I'm talking about an open fucking bar and drugs just everywhere at your disposal. And for me to say, I'm finna go to such and such, I'm finna go to Whitney Houston hotel room. If I grew up back then and I went to Whitney Houston's hotel room and say, oh, she gave me drugs and she raped me, y'all would look at me like I'm stupid. Nigga, you didn't know Whitney Houston did crack? Yeah, but still, did Bill Cosby make these women do the drugs? Let me tell you, I've been in clubs, I've been in places where people have given me drugs, Molly's, X pills, powder. I took it and I threw it away. If you don't want to do the drug, he didn't put a gun to these people's head. He didn't force them against their will. One of the young ladies said she left and came back. And he assaulted her? Listen. Nigga, if I'm driving down the street and the police get behind me and I get off the highway and the police keep going straight, I'm not finna get right back on the highway. What sense does that make? So, but we sit here and we try to persecute this man that has been found innocent. He was found guilty based on due process not being right, based on you telling me that my amendment won't be revoked or be part of the cause, and then you go back on that. You want me to remember? I'm gonna be honest. Even asking him to remember, he's what, 70, 80 years old? You really want him to remember shit that happened 30? No. 50 years ago. What color shirt did you have on last Tuesday? But you want this man, Bill Cosby, to remember shit from 50 years ago? And you putting him in jail because some women said, oh, he sexually assaulted me. Now, what we don't even pay attention to, what we don't pay attention to is the after effects, the endorsements that's going, the possibilities of buying NBC, the character assassination. These women can walk around scot-free, away from scrutiny, doing the same shit they was doing. Name another person, and this is what pisses me off about the black community. Name another person in the black community that did more for black colleges and universities than Bill Cosby. I'll wait. What up, little bro? What up, classic? What up, Flow Man? It's your boy. Spaceship Awaits is incredible. This is Straight Talking Spaceship, episode 25. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button on the YouTube. Name a person in the black community. I don't even really think Oprah has done as much as Bill Cosby in the black community. But as soon as he gets brought into this situation, everything, 70 years worth of legacy is down the drain. Do you realize how hard that is on a person's psyche? Not even just his, but black men like me. At any given time, somebody can make an accusation about me, whether it's real or not, and crumble my whole entity, crumble my whole world. And you wonder why I have to treat people a certain way. You wonder why I have to talk to people a certain way. Because in society today, you are still guilty till proven innocent. And it's more so in the black community. Let's not trip now. Let's not trip. Let's not act like that. Woody Allen got away with raping his daughter. That other dude in a whole other country, sexual assault, pedophile. But for us black people, for black men, when they say we did something, and the whole topic is guilty till proven innocent, I wanted to use Bill Cosby as a symbolism. But think about your real world. Think about your life. Think about lifelong friends. We've had lifelong friends. And if somebody, an outsider, a stranger, tells one of your lifelong friends that you said something, they're going to start treating you differently. They're going to look at you differently. They are not going to look at your character. Hold on, man. I've been cool with this man for 30, 40, 50 years. And I'm going to let somebody outsider that is not even close to our bond tell me something? At your job, if somebody says something, black people, we go on administrative leave with no pay. We don't go on administrative leave with pay. Relationships, well, I heard you saying such and such. People will stop talking about you or talking to you instead of communicating and getting understanding. A motherfucker can say anything about you right now, no matter who you are in this world. And the person receiving it will believe it. With coming to you and talking to you about it. This is a microcosm. Bill Cosby is a microcosm of the problem that's in society. For y'all that's watching, you feel me? You feel me? Y'all that's watching, this is a sneak preview. It'll be up Tuesday, YouTube. Watch the rest of the show. I love y'all. For y'all that's still here, we will keep talking. We got to stop allowing people. We got to stop allowing people to dictate our thoughts and dictate how we treat people. You can't tell me shit about J-Rock and I not say something to it, and all of a sudden I'm moving funny. I'm moving funny. And them same folks be sitting back laughing like a bitch. Look at him, look at him, look at him, look at him. He believed us. He believed he took the bait. Taking none of y'all bait. We got to stop making people guilty to proven innocent. People are innocent too. You got to prove to me. Don't tell me shit. Let me hear it. Let me see it. Let me feel it. Prove to me that they did it. They don't need to prove that they didn't do it. That's what we messing up at, y'all. That's what we messing up. We want people to prove that they didn't do it. I don't get that, yo. I don't get that. I don't get how you want me to prove to you that I didn't do something that I didn't do. Right? But this is why people are mad at Bill Cosby. People are mad, and as society, we mad at Derek Chauvin. Derek Chauvin got less time than Bill Cosby was supposed to get. Derek, excuse me, y'all. Ooh, sorry. Derek Chauvin was getting more time for killing someone than Bill Cosby was getting, and nobody had proof of it. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Right? Now, we have so much. Let me go ahead and put that. We have so much to worry about in life, to think about in life, to complain about in life, to objectify in life. But we spend more time trying to figure out, or we spend more time making accusations against people, jumping to conclusions, than allowing the system to play out. We wonder why the system don't work for us because we the ones that aggravate it too. We aggravate the system as well. Right? Like, we got to stop playing into this rabbit hole. We got to stop feeding into this rabbit hole. Right? Because when we feed into this rabbit hole, when we try to justify the flaws and the gaps in our judicial system, in our political system, in our community system, in our values, because that's what it really is. We make it easier for people to infiltrate our communities and treat us any kind of way because we continue to treat each other kind of way. We don't have a brigade, a blockade, a wall that says, nah, you're not getting in here and fucking with any of us. We ain't got that. We ain't got that. Right? What we have is a door that when people want to come and mess with us, want to come and try to break down our house, we have an open door policy. Come in because I know the wall's already messed up. No, we're supposed to be in our house fixing our walls. But we let people come in and evacuate our house, evacuate our space. Then we wonder how it's so easy to happen in everyday life. Because they're used to it. We treat each other as guilty. When someone gets divorced, we take sides instantly. We're on Facebook. We're on social media. When someone does something, boom, we automatically on there. We always got a fucking opinion to justify the behavior, but we don't know if the behavior is accurate. We don't know if what has been stated are facts. The media puts out stuff to catch the story first. Every media outlet wants to catch the story first. It's more than the story, y'all. It's more to the story, y'all. You know how I know? You know how I know it's more to the story? Because just this week, Sha'Carri Richardson had been disqualified, or last week, let me say that, last week, disqualified from the Olympics for smoking weed. And when I first found out about it, it was so much, oh man, that's fucked up. How she blow her chin? How she do that? Yeah. But you know what? This is what happens. Because we do that, because people are guilty before proven innocent, it justifies the IOC or the Olympic Committee to say, no, even if she's back, she can't run the 4x1. Even if she's back in time, we know she'll be back in time. But she smoked marijuana and she admitted it. It doesn't matter why. It don't matter that weed is illegal in most states now. It doesn't matter that weed's not a performance-enhancing drug. She did it during the Olympics. Understand this. Michael Phelps, because a lot of people want to use the Michael Phelps analogy, right? Everybody want to say, well, Michael Phelps did. Well, okay. A, it wasn't around the Olympics. B, he was caught with a pitcher, not a dirty UA. C, he still got suspended for 60 days. D, he still lost all his sponsors. A, what does that prove us? We're not educating ourselves with the facts. We didn't give a fuck about Michael Phelps. We didn't give a fuck, and that means we didn't fight for us. We didn't fight for equality. We didn't fight for the justification. So when you come back around now and try to fight for it, it's not a strong fight. The fight's not as strong, y'all. It doesn't matter. Right? Secondly, she lost what she lost. She lost her opportunity. Yes, I understand. Listen, my grandparents are dead. I understand that. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to be real. And it's just me. Just me. I don't know too many people who first time smoking weed was after a parent's death. what you want. Say what you want. That's why I'm not recording this live. But she knew better. To make your mama proud, you should have been getting on them Olympics. What, did she not think she was going to make the Olympics? Was she that stressed out and depressed she couldn't go have a drink? She decided to smoke marijuana and got caught. I'm not saying she was wrong for smoking marijuana, people. I'm saying she was wrong for smoking marijuana when she did, people. If I go to work and smoke like marijuana, bro, I deserve to get fired, idiot. I don't smoke weed before I go to work. Come on now. But let's go back. When this first happened, she was persecuted before we knew the facts. And that guilt that we gave her allowed people. It allowed that door to be open. The care and stuff didn't matter. The care didn't matter now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can act like, oh, it matters now. Oh, let her run. Let her run. We wasn't doing that at first, though. We wasn't doing that at first. Right? We have to be slow to persecute people. We have to be slow to put all this guilt and this blame and this disgust we have. I want to say disappointed, but we don't even be disappointed. We be furious. We be so furious, like, oh my God, I can't believe you did it. Well, you don't know if they did it or not. You don't know if they did it or not. We have to stop blaming people before we know the facts. You know, one of the hardest things for me a lot of times is when I have talks in relationships or even with friends, I don't necessarily hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get all these duplicate files out of here. I'm not necessarily just being rude and not want to listen. I don't want to be, but I don't want to just jump to conclusions and not think about what's happening here. All right. I don't want to do that. I think that's hateful. I think that's wrong to do. You feel me? And I think we need to work on that loving kindness with each other. We talk about love. We talk about grace. We talk about being humane. But when the rubber hits the road, we lose all those humanistic values about ourselves. We lose all rational thinking. We look at people and we treat people as if they are sinful first and godly second. If they are a bad person first. I don't care how much we say we love them, how much we care about them. We look at people and we take the negative connotations before we take anything positive about that person. Like I said, we can have a lifelong friend. And somebody can say, oh, this person did this. This person did this. This person said this. Say it now. Say it. Not, I actually saw this. I saw this person flatten your tires. What the fuck? No, my tires flat. What the fuck? I'm going up to you. Did you flatten my tires? But somebody like, man, I heard Spaceship say whoop-de-whoop. And all of a sudden, nigga ain't talking to me. Let me tell you, I had a dude. I had a good, close person I was cool with. And I kind of like that I don't talk to certain folks anymore because I'm able to talk about them. I try not to expose certain situations and things when they happen because I don't like people in my business. I don't want people to get offended because motherfuckers get offended, right? Motherfuckers get super offended. So I had this good friend, right? And he stopped talking to me for a long time. We stopped talking for a very long time. And so one day I saw him and I just had to ask him, like, what the fuck, bro? And he said, my girl told me you tried to holler at her. Who's your girl? And when he told me, I said, oh, shit. She didn't even tell me she was your girl. He was like, for real, bro? Nigga, if I would have known that was your girl, I wouldn't have tried to holler at her. He was like, dang, for real, bro? I said, bro, she was shooting at me too. Since she told you, did you go look at here, I have the text messages. So I showed this guy the messages and he was like, damn. But you treated me as guilty based off what your woman said, knowing how our relationship is. And our relationship has not been the same since. Excuse me. I don't know if, he just felt like, okay, we just not going to be cool. I don't know if he felt guilty. I don't know if he believed her still. But my feelings was hurt. Yeah, I did. I did try to holler at her. I tried to shoot my shot. But I didn't know that was his girl. Tell the whole story. See, when things come out, we think, oh, that's it. But we fail to look at the whole story. We fail to wait till the whole story develop. And instead of him coming to talk to me, I literally had to go up to him and talk to him because he wouldn't even talk to me about the situation. We hold grudges with people. We treat people differently. We make accusations stick, and then we go spread them to other people. Now, I got to think about how many other people he probably told this. Oh, Spaceship tried to fuck my girl. For real, bro? Oh, that's some whole shit. Man, Spaceship tried to fuck whoop-de-woo girl. For real? Oh, my God, he tried to holler at me, too. See? Oh, there you go. There you go. Now, in the eyes of the community, I'm the guilty one. In the eyes of the community, I'm the one that looked like the bad guy. You think these women ain't sat around and had a powwow about Bill Cosby in the social media age? Nigga, I don't even have to be where you at. All I need is your Instagram or your Facebook. Let's repeat those. Let's talk about those. While we up here persecuting Miss Richardson, we got transsexuals in the Olympics. I'm not the smartest sharpest knife in the drawer, but I think they're taking performance-enhancing drugs. We got to stop making people guilty before proving innocent. Because once you're proven guilty, that's the story. Or once you're guilty, that's the story. When people say you're guilty, that's the story. That's the difference between white people and black people. We don't really like to cross race lines, right? White people very rarely put guilt on a person until they're proven guilty. I don't give a fuck if they seen the person cut off the body, put in the blender, and drink the motherfucker. Well, I just don't know if that was them. Look at that. Right? But we, as a black community, will persecute our own before we know the facts. Because we want to be a part of the in crowd. We want to be with the cool kids. We want to hang at the cool lunch table. So what do? What do? We persecute people. We call them guilty before we even know. And once you're guilty, that gets the exposure. Or once they say you're guilty, that gets the exposure. The innocent part don't get that much exposure. Bill Cosby got a little bit of exposure. Bill Cosby got a little bit of exposure, maybe for 2-3 days. We ain't talking about that as hard as we was talking about the women that said he assaulted them. Sha'Carri's apology did not get that much exposure. It didn't. Oh, she's brave for saying it. Yes. The people who are trying to advocate for her is getting exposure finally. But it's too late for that. It's too late. You already tied the shoe in a knot by accusing her and persecuting her. She made a mistake. But the same ones, a lot of you that's sitting here like, oh, she should run, don't like marijuana. Think it's a horrible drug. You see a kid on the street smoking marijuana, it's, oh, he a thug. You see her smoking marijuana, you get mad when people call her a thug. You get mad. We have to stop this crab dragging. We have to stop this defamation of our people's character. You feel me? It's so many things. All these conversations I have on Straight Talk with Spaceship, brought to you by the Wild Out Radio. Check us out, thewildoutradio.com. All these conversations we have is hopefully giving you some idea of how to help build the black community together again, to make us whole, to bring us to places, I can't even say again, to bring us to places we've probably never been in this world. Right? But we hurt ourselves so much with our tongue. We hurt ourselves so much with the things we say, with the way we act, all that. Tory Lanez, Meg Thee Stallion. Soon as somebody come out, boom, here you go. Here's the story. Oh, he's blah, blah, blah. Offsetting Cardi B, blah, blah, blah. And we always have an opinion about shit that don't matter to us. But what we fail to realize is that when enough people have those opinions, it holds weight. And we don't realize that when it's in aspects of changing our community, going to these school board meetings, voting. We don't think our opinion means shit with that, but yet we give our opinion and make people guilty in the eyes of the public where there's a stain. Bill Cosby can't go anywhere now. People gonna always think he's a sexual predator. This man, this dude, this young black man, I forgot his fucking name. I want to say like William Mark Harris or something. I can't remember. Saying, well, Judge Joe Brown, what do you think about, in the eyes of the public, him being a sexual predator? He's not a sexual predator. He did not sexually abuse anybody in the court of law. Are we going to go by the law or are we not? We have no proof. We have absolutely no proof that this man did these things. None. Am I saying that they didn't happen? I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I do not. It does not make me not want to watch The Cosby Show or Fat Albert or eat Jello pudding pops. I don't. Now, if they had proof that he did it, maybe. But why are we worried about stuff we can't prove? I don't give a fuck what Tim in Oakland, California is doing right now. I know to teach my daughter or teach my daughters what not to do. And I'm sorry. I am that type of person. If my daughter says, Dad, I got sexually assaulted. What happened, baby? I was at a party with Bill Cosby and I wanted some drugs. And so I went to his room and he tried to give me drugs and I felt weird and I left. But then I had nowhere to go, so I went back and he assaulted me. So you left. You went with him to his hotel room where he gave you drugs. You took those drugs. He didn't put them in your drink. He didn't slip you a Mickey. He gave you the drug and you took them voluntarily. You left and then went back. I don't want to say I'm heartless, but that sounds like, look, you might not have a case. Because now you're saying, and then he assaulted you? In my younger days, I could get away with giving a woman some weed and having sex with her. Drugs make women horny. Drugs make people horny. And back in those days, those were sex drugs. It was to have sex. It was to have sex. They partied. But we have put in this thing in our minds where we're going to be the bearers of all persecutions. We are the judge and the juror. Ask yourself, would you like to go to work and get accused for stealing? Look at Craig on Friday. That nigga got caught. That nigga got fired for stealing boxes on his day off. And he wasn't even stealing boxes. Guilty till proven innocent. What? Think about this. Think about your life. Think about people who you have, or you have done yourself, or you've seen happen, where people have lost things in their life because of accusations that were unfounded. And then people had to go back and apologize, or people had to go back and say, "Ooh, that didn't really happen." Like, one thing I used to say, like, when you remember when Kobe got caught with the woman in Colorado, and he sat there with his wife, and she said he assaulted her. That's so tough, because he probably did have sex with her. He probably did commit adultery. But because this woman said he raped her, it could have his career. And then he gives a settlement because you're a celebrity. And this is one of the reasons why I'm never tripping about being a big celebrity. This is one reason why I don't care about being a big celebrity, right? He had to pay her hush money just to shut the fuck up. I don't want to have to deal with this. I gotta go fly to Colorado, then go fly to a game. Go to Colorado. And look, I've been to court for being arrested before. And I had to go for 2 years to get that shit to be found not guilty. 2 years to fight my case. And that was draining on me because I'm like, I didn't do shit. I didn't do shit. The judge said I didn't do shit. Oh, why you stop him? Oh, it was suspicious activity. And just as a black, I got pulled over. And I'll tell you, I got pulled over sitting in my car. I got arrested sitting in my car at a hotel. About to go in the hotel. Getting a text message to tell me what room to go to. Well, we heard a suspicious activity in the neighborhood. So why did you stop him? He was walking in the hotel, wasn't he? So why did you stop him? They didn't care that I had a text message that said what room to come to. They didn't care that my text thread said, I'm here, just pulled up. I was guilty. I was guilty. To them, I was guilty. And we got to stop doing that because we know how it feels individually. We hate when people accuse us of shit. We hate it. But yet we go back and do the same fucking thing. And we think it's cool because it's social media. We think it's cool because we're at a place where everybody's talking about it. We want to be on one accord with everybody. Look at that. No. We got to stop this, y'all. We got to stop treating people like this. I got my fat boy in the building. He just want to get on camera, y'all. Say what's up, man.
What's up?
What's up? What you want? Yeah. I told this nigga before the show, I said, bro, I'm finna do the show. He said, okay, daddy. I knew he was gonna come out. I almost got through the whole show without him coming, right? I almost got through the whole show. Couldn't do it. But we got to stop accusing people or falling into these traps. We do this with politicians. We do this with athletes, entertainers. I was watching those Finding BTs with Chingy on there. And I remember what happened. Y'all remember when that transsexual came out and said she slept with Chingy? Everybody, oh. Happened with Bobby Valentino too, right? Oh. Found out it wasn't true. I can call the radio station right now and make an accusation. I can call the newspaper and make an accusation, make a rumor about somebody. I can call the police station. I can call the police station right now and make an accusation. And if the media gets a hold of it, then that person is just going to be some scrutiny. Doesn't mean it's true, folks. And that's what we have to be careful of. If a person is guilty of something, find out the facts. If the person is guilty of doing something, then they're guilty. They should get the punishment they deserve. I'm all for that. If there's something I did and you find out, then I'm all for it. But find out the truth first. Not the narrative people want to give you. And if you can't find out the truth, then it's not real. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. As much as it might hurt your soul, let's say, okay, somebody killed your daughter, right? And the man that you think killed your daughter get found not guilty in the court of law. Then you go search for those facts to make that shit true. If you can't, you can believe in your heart all the fuck you want. I know. How do you know? And then you can say, I know, some of y'all, but they do know. He assaulted them. They couldn't find facts. Then I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck. I don't. I couldn't give a fuck about Woody Allen, so I'm not going to give a fuck about Bill Cosby. I'm not going to give a fuck about John Wayne or Elvis or Michael Jackson. I'm not. They said Michael Jackson was a pedophile. All three of those boys came out and said it wasn't true. But for the longest in my childhood, I thought Michael Jackson liked kids. I grew up with that being a fact. Right now, our truth is R. Kelly is a pedophile. Our truth is R. Kelly preyed on young girls. And I said it time and time again. I've been in clubs when I was 14, 15 years old, and ain't nobody asking my ID. It's more to the story. Am I condoning it? If he was out there hunting young girls, that's one thing. But if I meet a chick at the store right now, and I talk to her, I say, how old are you? And she tells me 25. Unless she looks under 18, I'm not going to ask for no ID. I don't try to date women. I don't date women 25 years old at all. Anyway, so. But when I was 25, 26, if I met a woman, she told me she was 22, 23, I probably wouldn't ask for no ID. Nowadays, you have to. Right? Because of things such as this R. Kelly story. But before then, I didn't ask. I didn't ask age. Okay. I've lied on my age. You probably lied on your age. But people that's not involved in the situation or have something to gain from the situation, it's easy for them to say, oh, this narrative. When he actually goes to court and we actually hear the facts, because it's mighty different being in front of a camera and being in front of a policeman and possibly perjuring yourself. I'm going to tell you that now. People don't want to perjure themselves behind the doors. They can say whatever the fuck they want. They can say whatever the fuck they want in public. When the facts come out, if the facts show that R. Kelly preyed on these young women, knowing their ages, knowing what was in store, knowing what he could possibly, his ramifications of this and the consequences of it, put him under the jail. I'm going to still listen to his music, but I don't give a fuck about that person. You are a horrible human being if that is what you're doing. If it comes out that he did not do these things, leave that man alone. Leave that man alone. We have to stop. We have to stop this narrative of creating public opinion. We don't hate McDonald's this much. And McDonald's kills our kids more than anything. We don't hate cheap liquor this much. But yet, when it comes to people such as Bill Cosby, Sha'Carri Richardson, R. Kelly, Kobe Bryant, Offset, Joe Budden, we are quick. Floyd Mayweather, Kate Reed, because 50 said so. T.I. and Tiny. I'm not sitting here saying they're innocent. I'm saying we need to give them grace. Let the facts play out. Anybody can make any accusation. Anybody. And if it's true, then they're horrible people. In Sha'Carri's case, give her grace. from the beginning. Don't wait until the white man say no. Give her her grace from the beginning. Let's stop indicting our people and giving them less of a chance to be proven anything other. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. It's your boy. Spaceship Awaits the Incredible. Make sure you send your questions, comments, concerns, thewildoutradio@gmail.com, thewildoutradio@gmail.com. This is episode 25, Guilty Till Proven Innocent. Don't forget, August 7th, we have Cedar Creek Ranch for Swim Fest 2021. Myself, Little Ronnie, Sada Baby, Beat King, Blueski Blue, DJ Johnny Rip, and a whole host of fucking others, man. It's going down, man. Y'all holler at your boy. It is Spaceship Awaits the Incredible. I will see y'all again for another edition of Straight Talk with Spaceship. As always, be a blessing to somebody's life. It's not about what you get. It's about what you give. I'll see y'all later.